Hello friends, this video on plant growth and development part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Discussion on auxine. So now we will talk about the next phytohormone, that is gibberellins. So now let us see how gibberellins was discovered. Now this name gibberellins was given after a fungal pathogen called Gibberella fujikuroi. So after this pathogen, the name of this plant growth hormone came up as gibberellins. Quite interesting, right? Why was it named after a fungal pathogen? What it has to do with a fungal pathogen? Well, its discovery has a lot to do with this fungal pathogen. Now, long time back, once it was observed that there was a disease called Bekan disease, which is also known as foolish seedling disease, and this disease was seen in the rice fields. So it was because of whenever a plant got infected with this disease, it was found that it became abnormally tall and then gradually it fell down. So that was the symptom of this disease. The infected plants would grow taller than rest of the rice in the paddy, and then it will fall over and it will become unharvestable. So now, from this, it was found that the actual component which was actually causing that was a growth hormone. So there was a growth hormone which was causing that abnormal growth in the plant, in the infected plant rather. So this plant hormone was first isolated in 1935 from these fungal strains. So the fungal pathogen Gibberella fujikuroi, from its strains, the first time gibberellins was isolated, and that is why it was named as gibberellin. So with this you can understand what will be the effect of gibberellin. Wherever gibberellin is there, it will cause growth, right? So what are gibberellins? So these are again growth promoting plant hormones. They are acidic in nature. Basically, the gibberellins, which we call it like that, but then actually they are gibberellic acid. So they are all acidic in nature. They have got the acidic group in them. More than 100 gibberellins are known to exist. So since so many gibberellins exist, so they are named as something like this: GA1, GA2, GA3, where GA denotes gibberellic acid. Now they are numbered as 1, 2, 3 depending upon the way they were found or they were isolated. Now almost some G19, GA19, 20, 30, 40 is also there. As I said, more than 100 gibberellins actually exist, and their structure varies from each other. The number of carbon atoms in each of them again varies. So some of them are less polar, some of them are more polar, so all those things are there. So here in this picture you see a structure, and this structure is of GA3, that is gibberellic acid 3, which is also sometimes synonymously known as gibberellic acid. Again, some of the gibberellins are active, whereas some of the gibberellins are inactive. Some of the examples of active gibberellins are GA1, GA3, GA4. These are some of the active gibberellins. So this was about the structure of gibberellins. They are generally found in fungi and in higher plants. So of course, in fungi, you know from its history. And it is also found in higher plants. So that is how natural gibberellic acid is extracted. What is their role? What function do they perform? Of course, they help in increasing the stem length, and this property is used in case of the grapevine. It is used to enhance the grapevine. It is also used in elongating the sugarcane stems. Now in sugarcane, what happens is the sugar is actually stored in the stems. All of you would have seen the sugarcane stem, right? So the carbohydrate or the sugar is actually stored inside that stem. So now if by some means we can increase the length of the stem, then more and more sugar can be present inside there. So there's scope of more sugar, so scope of more carbohydrate. So gibberellic acid actually helps in increasing the length of the sugarcane so that more carbohydrates or sugar can be stored in the stem. So the yield of the sugarcane increases. Similarly, it also helps to increase the length of the grape stalk. It elongates and improves the shape of fruits. For example, if you talk about any fruit, say apple, so sometimes you see you get bigger apples in the market. Sometimes they're very small, sometimes they're quite big. So that bigger size and a proper shape, all those things come from gibberellic acid. It helps to delay senescence. Now, what is senescence? The word senescence means aging, growing older. So it helps the plants to delay aging. Nobody wants to grow old, right? Right. So now when the plants also grow old, what happens is their yield decreases. The yield or the productivity decreases. So this acid helps to delay the aging of the plant so that the plant remains active and young and productive for a longer period. So now if the aging is delayed, fruits will be present on the tree for a longer period of time. So that will extend the availability of the fruits, that will also extend their market period. For example, there are many fruits which are available only in a particular season because that is the time when they actually grow. For example, you take orange. We do not get orange throughout the year, right? So now, suppose we get orange maybe for 3 to 4 months in a year. But if you want to make it available for more months, what can you do? If you can actually make oranges stay on the tree for some more time, so you can actually increase the market period of orange, or you can actually increase the availability of orange. So exactly that is what it does. So gibberellic acid will delay the aging of the tree. As a result, fruits will stay there for a longer time, so their availability will be increased. It also fastens the maturity period, so the plants become mature fast. So when the plants become mature fast, what will happen? The reproductive organs will be formed quickly. Fruiting and flowering will happen quickly. So when fruiting happens quickly, see, both these points together actually becomes a benefit. So it is maturing early and it is aging late. So actually it is remaining active for a very long period. Let us suppose this was the time when it should naturally mature and this was the time when it should naturally age. Because of this gibberellic acid, it makes it mature before. So it becomes mature here and it makes it age later. So it is aging here. So basically earlier the fruits used to be there only for this much period, but now it is there for such a long period. So the overall period is increasing because now with gibberellins, the plants are attaining maturity quickly and they are aging later. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.